Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. For today's video, as you can see by the title, I'm going into my third episode of my Real Talk series. The first one talks about just being a beginner makeup artist, how to find your niche, setting your prices, things like that. And then the second one is a little bit more hard-hitting and dives into more serious topics such as unprofessional makeup artists, photoshopping, things like that. So if you guys haven't checked the previous two out, I will link them below. So for this episode, I wanted to continue on with my more hard-hitting topics. I wanted to go ahead and talk about self-esteem. I feel like when people start off as a makeup artist, you just constantly compare yourselves to other makeup artists. But here's the thing. Since everybody has different levels of experience, you may not be comparing yourself to the person who has the same level of experience as you. So no duh, they're probably going to be more successful than you and make more money than you, and their work probably looks better than yours because they've been doing it for longer. We constantly as human beings compare ourselves to other people. I know that it's not a thing that we can shut off. So my whole thing is try not to compare yourself as much as you possibly can, but if you do, try to consider what experience that makeup artist has. It's very important to just be grateful for what you have and the things that you've accomplished. I know it's very hard because as humans, we kind of focus on the negative things, but you really want to be grateful for the position that you're in right now and the clients that you do have. And then the other take on this that I don't think that people really think about that often, sometimes you may be admiring artists that do shady things to get where they are. For instance, like I talked about in my last video, a lot of makeup artists heavily Photoshop their photos. Like you can literally tell by zooming in really, really closely on their portfolio pictures, either on social media or on their websites. If that client or if that person in the photo does not have any pores whatsoever, any fine lines, any wrinkles, or anything that's showing in the photos, it's Photoshopped. It is not humanly possible not to have any pores showing. If you take my portfolio, for instance, if you literally take one of my photos and zoom it all the way in, you can see every single pore on a person's face. I do not Photoshop my clients' photos ever because it's very misleading to other people. I guess that I don't really have an issue if you like minorly Photoshop your photos, because I know a bunch of people commented on that the last video, but I don't want to see people that have like zero pores and no texture or any fine lines because that's not humanly possible. And it sets people up to have very unrealistic expectations of your work, whether you're an artist or a client. So keep in mind the artists that you may be looking up to have Photoshopped their photos, so that's why their work looks so good. And then the other angle that I want to talk about with this is that they may have deleted their previous work, like several of their photos from their past that maybe isn't as good as what they do right now, or maybe doesn't align with what their brand is now. I started my professional Instagram page when I started my business 3 years ago, and it's heavily changed its layout and also the way the pictures look. I literally got to the point about 2 years ago where my Instagram looked like a hot mess. Like nothing aligned with my brand. My pictures were all over the place. I used to literally post everything underneath the sun. Like I would post people with vampy red lips or really dramatic makeup looks, cut creases, glitter. And so people would keep hiring me for all these different things that I didn't like doing. And if you post them, people are going to hire you for that. I deleted my entire Instagram page at one point in time and redid it completely and uploaded new photos and then didn't post anything that doesn't align with my brand. I'm more of a natural glam kind of makeup artist, so if I don't have a natural makeup look that I'm doing on somebody, I won't post the photo. And also keep in mind, I was a much worse makeup artist than I am right now 3 years ago. So I deleted all the pictures that I was not proud of. I literally zoomed in to all my photos and go, oh my gosh, what in the world did I think I was doing at the time? Why did people hire me? I did such crappy work when I first started because makeup artistry is a huge learning process. All of it's definitely a learning curve. You have to practice, practice, practice. That's how you're going to get better as an artist, technique-wise, and also your skill set in general. So yeah, I would just keep in mind that the artists that you follow may have deleted really old pictures that shows their crappy work, so you don't really know how bad they actually were to start out with. And then also the fact that they do not post any photos that don't align with their brand now, so all of it looks super cohesive and everything looks consistent. However, it's all a facade. Like literally we all start out in the same place, I promise you. The second topic that I wanted to talk about is business is naturally going to be slow when you first start out. You're going to take a very long time to build up your business. However, that highly depends on how much time you have to invest in your business. I have a husband, 2 dogs, and no kids. So because of the fact that I don't have any kids to spend time with, then I can devote all my time in the afternoons to my makeup artistry business. But I still have a 32-hour-a-week full-time job. I don't have 32 hours of the week to spend with my business. I literally just work on it in afternoons afternoons after I get off of work at 4, and then have about 5 hours until I go to bed. It doesn't leave me a lot of time except for during the weekends, but then of course weekends I'm working. My main point with this though is that it's going to take time. You're going to basically spend a lot of effort that is not going to pay off for several years. I will tell you that. I'm in my 4th year of being in business, and last year was honestly the first time I saw my business actually take off. I think it might also be because the second year was 2020, which was COVID year, and a lot of things were shut down. I understand that. 2021 was by far my biggest year. If you guys also haven't checked out my video about how much money I actually make as a makeup artist, I compared 2019, 2020, and 2021. So you guys could actually see a progression on my income. Definitely go ahead and check out that video. I think it might be posted 2 videos away from now. I'm pre-filming right now, so I'm not sure what order I'm posting them in yet. It gives you a really realistic standpoint of where you're probably going to be at that point in time. But again, if you don't have the time to invest in it, your business is not going to grow as fast. Mine probably could grow a lot more quickly if I didn't have my full-time job, but since I do, this is where I'm at right now. But during 2020, I honestly was getting pretty discouraged as an artist because I was thinking about the fact that I was shut down for 3 months and that my business really wouldn't take off because nobody was looking for a makeup artist. Nobody was having weddings and nobody wanted to be in really close quarters with each other, which being a makeup artist, you literally have to be right in people's faces. I honestly thought that being a makeup artist and starting off then was probably the worst decision I could have made, and I almost called it quits in 2020. But I kept persevering because I kept thinking about the fact that 2020 was obviously a really random year. So I decided to persevere, and I'm so glad I did, because 2021 was my best year and I am so grateful for it. It is statistically proven that a business doesn't take off until about 5 years. That's kind of the turning point of when your business actually will take off. So it may feel like you're doing a lot of freaking work up front, because you are, but if you keep persevering and keep going at your business, you're definitely going to get the clients that you deserve and the clients that you need to survive off of it. I'm still looking for that. I still can't support myself off of my makeup artist income, as you guys might have seen by my income video, but I know if I keep trying hard enough and keep pushing, I'm going to eventually achieve the career that I want. All right, the third topic that I want to talk about is actually a really interesting topic, and a bunch of makeup artists that are newer probably will know what I'm talking about because I feel like this has happened to everybody now. This is talking about makeup artist competition. Here's the scenario. You're a beginner makeup artist. You reach out to another makeup artist because you want to know how things work, maybe what to price yourself at, etc. And you just need advice and help from other makeup artists in your area, so you reach out to them, right? And they basically shut you down, don't answer you, or are really mean to you, and you can't figure out why. Here's the thing. Some makeup artists, for some odd reason, will be mean intentionally to other makeup artists and not want to help them because they see them as competition. It's not right by any means, to me personally, because as a makeup artist that has enlisted the help of other makeup artists, you need other makeup artists to be your friends. Like, you need to have connections. Everything is literally based on referrals and your connections in the community. And if you have other makeup artists and other people in the community that don't like you, you're not going to get referrals because they're going to think you're a genuinely mean person. So if you are an experienced makeup artist, please help out other makeup artists. They're not your competition. They're going to be your allies. And they honestly someday may end up saving your ass. There's some times where I've literally had to enlist the help of makeup artists within weeks of somebody's wedding. If you're mean to other makeup artists and you need a secondary artist for something, nobody's probably going to want to help you because you were mean to them to begin with. So just keep in mind that we literally have to form a community of makeup artists in your own area. You need to have makeup artists as your allies and not your enemies. So please, if you're an experienced makeup artist, do not be mean to people who are beginning. Just help them out. You obviously know where you were when you first started out, and it would have been nice to have a friend that's another makeup artist to help you out. So basically, going to the kindergarten logic of treat others the way you want to be treated. I don't feel like we really have to go there, but sometimes we do as adults. Like, we kind of just forget our manners sometimes, and that's what happens. But I don't think it's personally right that other makeup artists don't help out beginner makeup artists. That's why I developed this channel, because I want you guys to have free resources, because I want every single makeup artist that's watching my videos to have a chance at being successful in their careers. Then the last topic I want to cover is that you do not have to be perfect to start your business. Again, it's really nerve-wracking to just go out there and start it, but makeup artistry is one of those careers that you literally just have to go for it. There's a ton of people that watch my YouTube videos that have said that they wanted to do a complete 180 career change. That's completely fine. It doesn't matter what stage you're in at life or how old you are. If you have a passion for something, go for it. But here's the thing, you need to actually go for it. You can't just sit here and procrastinate. And as many YouTube videos as you watch and as much online research as you do, you literally just need to have hands-on experience. My hands-on experience was working for Ulta and then working for MAC. MAC probably taught me a lot more than Ulta did. Actually, no, it did definitely. I did probably over 100 faces when I worked for MAC, and we did weddings, proms, special events, things like that. So I got to see the whole entire spectrum of what makeup artistry could be like because I was doing all different styles at that point in time. And I also want to call attention to the fact that a lot of people always are solely focused on building their makeup kits. I understand that everybody has an obsession with like buying things like for your kit and everything, and like I totally do too. I'm not calling anybody out for it because I do the same thing. But I feel like it's very important not to just focus on your makeup kit. I know it's something that you're gonna naturally do because buying things is fun and buying makeup is fun, but if you don't have any clients, then you're not gonna be able to use any of those products. Usually building a makeup kit is not the thing that you mainly wanna focus on because you can honestly work with a pretty minimal amount of products to start out with. If you learn to work with less, it'll make you a better artist. For instance, people are always worried about not having something like the correct shades of foundation, the correct shades of blushes, things like that. But honestly, just mix and match, use color theory. You only need about 4 to 6 shades of foundation to begin with. You can always mix in a mattifying primer and a hydrating primer to make the formula more dewy or more matte. And then you can also mix and match within those foundation shades. You don't have to have a ton of things in your kit. I just did a video recently about how much my makeup kit actually costs. And if you guys have seen that video, you definitely do not need to spend that much money up front. Don't feel like you need to save thousands of dollars to save up to get a super expensive high-end makeup kit when you first start off. Like, just work with less. It's okay to have drugstore products in your kit or something that's a little bit more affordable. Just make sure they are professional makeup artist brands and are tested with flash photography. I feel like a bunch of people are waiting to be either financially secure or waiting until they can build their full makeup kit, but you don't need to. Just get out and start. You don't need to do that because if you don't do it now, you're literally just gonna sit and procrastinate and it's never gonna happen. I literally sat and procrastinated for several years. Like, I worked for Ulta and MAC and decided that I eventually needed to branch out on my own because I was not happy working in a retail environment. I did not wait until I had a huge savings or anything to support myself. I knew that I needed a full-time job, so I got a full-time job. Not gonna lie, you were literally probably going to be killing yourself when you first begin, but as long as you see the end goal, that's all that matters. Okay, I feel like I've talked for way too long now, but anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, definitely go ahead and give me a big thumbs up, as well as also hitting that subscribe button. I do upload a ton of makeup artist related content, so if you guys are interested in that and like my Real Talk series, definitely go ahead and subscribe to the channel. As always, I hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic day, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. All right, bye.